Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Well, after winning the title in 2020, the Lakers are trying to recreate that magic. LeBron James called last season a strange and even hellstorm with the injuries and the struggles. And Brian, as the king enters his late 30s, it's clear that restless is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, moves to be made, Allie, no question. Thank you. And we're in for a fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Grant.
Hey, B.A., get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet, believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
And now Indiana's starting group. Jackson and Turner are in the middle. Halliburton is out there with Buddy Hield, and Duarte in at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Anthony Davis. Johnson is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Reeves in a shooting guard. Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Hield. 4 on the clock. Offline with a 3. And Anthony Davis on the NBA's top 75 list. Grant, do you think that was a controversial selection?
Well, I mean, it was mostly due to how young Davis still is. You can't argue with the all-NBA selection and numbers. And, of course, being a recent champion may have put him over the top.
Here's Halliburton following the score by the Lakers. There's 1:12 left in the first quarter. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Well, because he's a 3-level scorer, anywhere he is on the floor, Halliburton capable of creating jumpers.
Westbrook outside. Knocked loose. Here's the break. And that one is hammered home.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Westbrook, the pass to James. And here's Davis. Over Turner. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Halliburton outside. And he jams it home with authority.
Wow, that's a big-time finish from Tyrese Halliburton. Take off. Let him hear you, Tyrese.
Just over 1.5 minutes in. Oh, and the fast break for the Pacers. And the dunk by Jackson.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
James passes to Davis. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Shoots over Halliburton. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Westbrook and Walker in the backcourt. Juan Toscano-Anderson is out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Nesmith. Tice outside. Now Walker. There's 1:12 left in the first half. Shot clock at 5. Bryant, no good. Indiana leading. McConnell outside. Pass to Matherin. Launches a three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. Walker with it. And he comes up with a bucket.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Batadze. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. Batadze's got his first points in this one.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so it's the Indiana Pacers in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defense. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They have a 13-point lead. That's all for now.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Over the last few years, we've seen the rise of the skilled big. Doris, how's that changed the way basketball is played?
I think, B.A., certainly it has made for a more wide-open game. The advent of that stretch 4, stretch 5, it creates better spacing because you've got to deal with their shooting. To me, it's a much better product for the fans.
On the court for the Pacers, Jackson and Turner are in the middle. Buddy Hield is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Duarte in at the 3. Halliburton with the ball. Here he goes. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's Halliburton's handle, getting by defenders to the spot and then finish with authority.
1:21 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, and for the Pacers, things had gotten stale. So they bring in a new coach in Rick Carlisle, a new potential star in Tyrese Halliburton, a fresh start for this franchise. Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Westbrook against Halliburton. From deep three-point range. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. So both teams changing it up here. Now Los Angeles with it. Trailing by 13. James against Halliburton. Pass to Toscano. The ball's knocked loose. 5 on the clock. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
James up top. And it's in there.
Boy, just strength and finesse right there. LeBron uses both of those tools so well.
And here's Halliburton. He gets it off. And so it's Indiana in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They hold a real solid. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Taylon Horton-Tucker is out there with Lonnie Walker. Then it's Thomas Bryant. Then there's Davis. And it's James in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. James passes to Bryant. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Well, this is why you can run the offense and play LeBron at point guard. If you're open, he will find you.
Halliburton outside. And that one's good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And you know, B.A., even with the game well in control, he's going right at the rim. I love it. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pacers.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
From 11 feet away, again, the Pacers. Good for 2 more.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
James double teamed. Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group out there. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Brissett's checked in for Turner. Taylor comes in for Duarte. Neesmith, he's checked in for Hield. And it's McConnell in for Halliburton. And the basket by Taylor.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Gabriel, an easy 2 on the layup.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's Nunn. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And we'll see you next time.